Welcome into Studio 73, everybody. My name is Jacob Tobey, and I'm here with presidential candidate and current treasurer of the Student Government Association, Logan Trupiano. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty well, Jacob. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about your campaign.
Let's
talk
do it.
about maybe yourself. Start off telling the viewers a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your SGA experience and your background with that.
All right, so my name is Logan Trupiano. I'm a junior at Suffolk University, and I'm currently, like Jacob said, the treasurer of the Student Government Association. I'm from a small town on the coast called Rockport, Massachusetts. I have a family of fishermen and lobstermen, which is
very important details, sir. Very important.
Something I'm really proud of, actually. So a little bit about me. I'll get to the nitty-gritty. I joined Student Government Association when I was a freshman, and it was the best decision I made at Suffolk, and it really changed everything, I guess, about my whole perspective of school and what I was going to be doing here. I was kind of the renegade senator. I was always raging against the machine and criticizing the Student Government Association when I saw fit. At the time, the executive board didn't like me too much.
You were energetic, young buck.
Yeah, I was energetic, and I was always, I always felt free to, say my views. I was on the Finance Committee and the Student Judiciary Review Board freshman year, along with Academics Committee. Then sophomore year, I studied abroad for the first semester in Florence, Italy. It was beautiful. And I came back and rejoined Finance Committee and ran for treasurer. This past year, I've been the treasurer, and honestly, it's been the most rewarding experience of, honestly, maybe my life.
Because why is that? Tell us.
So, I'm responsible for about over $725,000 in student funding. And all that money goes directly back to the clubs. And it's really amazing when you see like a club come to initiatives and request funding and get the funding and see how amazing their event is and how many students it reaches out to. And they're always so passionate. It's really, it's an inspiring thing. It's something that I really like. And also, just, FYI, Finance Committee is the most lit committee on campus, and we're very proud of that.
I like that. It's very lit.
Yeah.
Talk about your campaign. It's called Grit. Why is it
Yes.
called Grit? And tell us a little bit about your experience with that so far.
All right, absolutely. So, for me, grit means overcoming obstacles and asking for more. It means when someone says no, we say yes, and we fight harder. And grit is our team. I'm running, for the first time in SGA history, a slate. I'm running with Hope Burnside, who is running for vice president. She is one of the most passionate people I know about the Student Government Association. Connor Peterson for secretary, who is just a PR mastermind and really going to take the Student Government Association to the next level, public relations-wise. And Kareen Kanj, who I've been working with all year on Finance Committee, and I know she's absolutely ready for the position. We're going in as a team because
that's big time, because that's the first time ever it's been done in the school history.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and we're going in as a team because we feel confident in each other. We all know that we are the best people for the jobs. And we also want to take SGA into a different direction. In my opinion, SGA has been ran by the same type of people for the past 3 years I've been involved with it, with really very little change in leadership style and tactics. I want to go down a different path, and with Grit, that's what we're looking to do.
So main goals, if you were to win, what would they be, and how would you communicate those goals to the public?
Okay, so I'm just going to talk about 3 goals. We have a lot, but we have a lot of goals for each individual on the group. So I'll talk about my 3 main goals that I've been focusing on. First, I want to establish a diversity council that would counsel myself along with the Student Government Association. Look, I'm just a white, straight, cis, male running to represent one of the most diverse campuses in all of Boston, actually, and for the country for that matter. And I recognize that. And I recognize I can't do that alone. So what I want to do is bring in diverse leadership around the school to advise me. So this would mean leaders of the Black Student Union, the AAA, the Queer Student Union, peer student mentors, non-traditional students. The list can go on and on and on. And the hope would be that I'm the only white, straight, male, cis guy in the room, and I would talk the absolute least. I would just be there to take notes and essentially be advised, because it's these groups that can truly identify and solve issues facing their communities. Not me, not the local white guy.
You can help facilitate that.
Yes,
though.
absolutely, and that's where I would come in.
Exactly.
I would, speak, on behalf of them to the administration, or bring them to the administration themselves, and say these are the issues. This is what we need to do, because I know I can't do it on my own.
Okay. And other goals you have?
Yeah. So that's one committee. Another committee I want to do is the President's Council. So I'll be the first one to admit that I'm not going to be the valedictorian of the class of 2019. But I want.
I'll admit that too. All right. All right.
But I want the valedictorian of the class of 2019 on this committee. I want the best and brightest and the most passionate in their fields. So what that would look like is I would hit up every department head and I would ask them for a recommendation. Who do they think is the most passionate and brightest, and really thrive in the classroom? Because SGA has always been a bubble of more or less government students, right? Because it's a government club, and I just want to bring in more people to the fold. I don't want it to be the SGA bubble. I want to have a diverse group of people academically who can work to solve issues, rather than a bunch of government students doing that. Something else that I think is important to point out, we have committees in SGA. And for example, we have a public relations committee. And on that committee, we have one public relations major in the whole committee. And that just doesn't seem right to me, right? You know what I mean? Like we should be bringing in more public relations students to the fold, film majors, photography majors, design students who can actually really take the Student Government Association to the next level. And that goes
in terms of social media.
Yeah,
or
social media promotion,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't just mean SGA. It means for the other organizations that approach us for advertising as well. And that doesn't stop at PR. I want to create a Suffolk University Police Department committee, SUPD committee, which would be made up of social justice advocates and criminal justice majors, as well as some student senate representation. And what they would do is meet regularly with the SUPD and convey the issues that the students have, and also congratulate them when they think they're doing a great job. And also for SUPD to convey the issues that SUPD has with the students, and we can work together with SUPD for the first time in SGA history, because we've never had that kind of committee. And finally, this is the one that a lot of people have been talking about. We want to allow alcohol at more events on campus.
Okay.
And when I say that, I'm not saying let's put a bar in 150 Tremont. That's not what I'm getting at. I mean, maybe it'd be fun, but not really.
If you're 21.
Yeah, if you're 21, of course. So what we want to do is make it possible for clubs and departments on campus to apply for liquor licenses on campus. The idea behind it is, first of all, I've had a lot of students come up to me and say that this is something that's really important to them. And second of all, I think it'll increase student engagement on campus. If you're a 21-year-old, right, and you have the choice to going to an event, on a Saturday night, it might make or break depending on if you can, have a beer with people there or socialize more. I really think it'll increase involvement on campus, and also kind of destroy the stigma that Suffolk's, hard set against alcohol. For example, when I was a freshman,
wee little freshman.
Yeah, a wee little guy. On Halloween, around 1:30 in the morning, Miller had a checkpoint, and every single resident that went into Miller was stopped by Suffolk Police Department, and their bags were checked. Mm-hmm. Suffolk took in a lot of money that night from fines, and that kind of that grinds my gears. we shouldn't be working against the students. We should be working to protect the students. And checkpoints like that don't really apply. I'm sorry, I kind of veered off a little bit, but that's something that's
okay.
you know, really important to me. And these kind of fines, like for me, I think, you know, Suffolk, I already gave you all my money. I don't really have much more money to give. You know what I mean? So like, and a lot of times I truly cannot afford a fine right now. I'm broke as a joke. Like, like I might control the money, but you know, I'm balling on a budget around here.
I might control the money. Yeah. I like that. So finally, how is the Seaboard different than ones in the past? Everyone is different, I know that, but your e-board for sure, you're running as a group. How has that changed the dynamic of what SGA is and what it will be in the future?
I think we will be more student-centric than SGA has ever been. I think the Student Government Association, not every member, but I think it's hard for them to, I think it's hard for everyone to represent the majority of students on campus because these students are the ones who are the most involved on campus. And I think something that people need to understand is that we're a niche. The involved students are a niche on campus. Out there, the student that comes into school you know, at 9 o'clock in the morning and leaves at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon just to come to class and leave, those are the students like I care about. You know, the students that like have problems with academics, the students that have problems with the residence halls. You know, it's not just about the student, the SLI department. And that's something that's going to be a really big focus for us moving forward. Also, we're running as a team. We're already unified, and we know exactly what we want to accomplish when we go in. It's not going to be like Kareen wants to do this, I want to do this, and Hope wants to do that.
It's together.
Yeah, everyone's together, and we're all pushing for the same exact stuff, and we're going to do that. We're gonna fight for the students, and we're going to abandon the little complacency that SGA has had in the past. We're going to move forward, we're going to change direction, and we're going to fight for the students.
All right, looking at that camera right there, give one final statement. What you got?
All right. My name's Logan Trupiano. I am the GRIT presidential candidate. I'm running with Hope Burnside for vice president, Connor Peterson for secretary, and Kareen Khan for treasurer. You can vote Monday through Wednesday of next week, the 5th through the 7th, and you will vote on SU Connect. We will get you'll get an email in the coming days. Keep an eye out for our social media, and thank you for listening. And thank you, Jacob.
Where can they follow you on social media?
Grit for SGA. Grit for SGA. And also our Facebook page is Grit for SGA, but not for like this, like for like actual for the word. Yeah. Cool. So check us out. It's lit. It's grit. It'll be a good time.
Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Logan
no problem,
Trupiano.
man. Thank you very much.
My name's Jacob Tobey. Thanks so much for watching.